ਹੈਲੋ ਫਰੈਂਡਸ, ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ, ਨਮਸਕਾਰ, ਸਲਾਮ। ਹੋਰ ਕੀ ਹਾਲ ਚਾਲ ਆ? ਠੀਕ ਠਾਕ ਹੋ ਫਰੈਂਡਸ? ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਦਾ ਟੌਪਿਕ ਹੈਗਾ ਵਾ ਅਰਬਨ ਲੋਕਲ ਗਵਰਨਮੈਂਟ ਐਂਡ ਪ੍ਰੋਵੀਜ਼ਨਸ ਆਫ 74th ਅਮੈਂਡਮੈਂਟ ਐਕਟ 1992. Friends, as you know, the credit goes to the Britishers for the introduction of modern local government, modern urban local government in India. It was for the first time that in 1687 the municipal corporation, the first municipal corporation in India, was introduced by the Britishers. Because when there was a British rule, the need was felt to have proper sanitation, lights and roads in the areas where the servants of the company were settled. So to have a good municipal administration, the need was felt. So for the first time, through a charter in 1687, a municipal corporation, the establishment of municipal corporation under a charter was recommended at Madras. So this municipal corporation was appointed at Madras in September 1687, having a mayor, 12 aldermen and 60 to 120 other members, bourgeois you can say. The mayorship was only reserved for the Englishman. So for the first time, the Institute of Urban Local Government was introduced in India, and a municipal corporation in 1687 was recommended at Madras, which was appointed in September 1688. But the history of urban local government is old in India. If you study the Indus Valley civilization, Sindhu Ghati Sabhyata, you will come to know that there was a presence of some system of local government during this Indus Valley civilization. The cities Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, Ropar, Kalibangana, Lothal, Rakhigarhi, they were administered by some system of local government, because these cities were urban cities. Indus Valley civilization was a urban civilization. So there was a system of urban local government in these cities. So the history of urban local government is very old in India. During the medieval period, you can say the Mughal period or the Muslim period, the presence of urban local government was there. The Kotwal, city Kotwal, during Mughals, was appointed by the emperor. So this Kotwal was the head of the administration, city administration you can say. So the history is very long. Even in Kautilya's Arthashastra, Megasthenes, who wrote his Traveller, talked about the urban local government in India. So the history is very old. Urban local government were present during the ancient period, medieval period. But the introduction of modern urban local government goes to the Britishers when they established municipal corporation in India. The first modern institute of municipal administration was municipal corporation established at Madras. So 74th Amendment Act is a landmark revolution in the urban local government. We got independent on 15th August 1947. And after that, there is a long history of urban local government. But the 74th Amendment Act 1992, which is a landmark revolution in strengthening the urban local government in India, was passed in 1992. It is a model act which provides guidelines to the states to formulate their own urban local government acts. The main provisions of this 74th Amendment Act are more important. This is a landmark act. This is a revolution in the urban local bodies. This act strengthens the institutes of urban local bodies. Now, the focus of topic is what are the main provisions of 74th Amendment Act 1992. Number 1. Establishment of three-tier system of urban local government. The 74th Amendment Act 1992 provides for three-tier system of urban local government. In a transitional area which are not very urban, Nagar Panchayat is established. Very small areas, transitional areas, which are transitioning from rural to urban, but they are rural. They are very near to the rural area. They are not. They have not been transferred as urban. So, in a transitional areas, Nagar Panchayat was established. Second is municipal council in area which are not rural, not fully urban. They are not rural but not fully urban. Small areas. Municipal council was to be established. Third is a municipal corporation in large areas, large cities, towns, which are urban, not rural, not transitional areas, which are urban totally, have a huge population. The municipal corporation, the topmost institute of urban local bodies, is to be established in these cities. So, the 74th Amendment Act 1992 provides for three-tier system of urban local government in cities, and this act empowers the state governments to decide by law which institute of urban local bodies will be established. Second, it provides for the direct election to the members. No doubt there are some seats will be filled by nominations of those persons who have the experience and knowledge of urban administration, and these nominated members don't have the right to vote in the meetings of urban local bodies. So some seats will be filled with the nominations from a person those have the experience and knowledge of municipal administration, but they don't have the right to vote in the meetings of urban local bodies. Third, the 74th Amendment Act 1992 provides for the constitution of ward committees. The areas which has a population of 3 lakhs or more, ward committees will be established in those areas. So this is very important provision of 74th Amendment Act 1992. Fourth, reservation of seats. 33% seats are reserved in urban local bodies for the women. It includes 1/3 seats out of this 33% shall be reserved for the SC/ST women. So it is a really very important provision that 33% seats of urban local bodies will be reserved for the women, including 1/3 seats out of this 33% are reserved for the women of SC and ST. Tenure of urban local bodies. 74th Amendment Act 1992 fixes the tenure of urban local bodies 5 years. If there is a dissolution of any urban local body before the expiry of 5 years, then within 6 months election is compulsory. Within 6 months election will be conducted, and the newly elected body of urban local government will remains for the remaining period. Suppose if a urban local body is dissolved after 2.5 years, and within 6 months election is compulsory, election is conducted in 6 months, then that newly elected urban local body will last for the remaining period. Means you can say for the 2.5 years. So the tenure of urban local bodies is fixed 5 years. Next most important provision of Urban 74th Amendment Act 1992 is that it added 12th schedule in the Constitution of India. This 12th schedule contains 18 subjects related to the urban local bodies. Next provision of 74th Amendment Act is that it provides for the establishment of election commission by the governor. The governor will appoint state election commission, and this state election commission will be responsible for the preparation of electoral rolls, holding free and fair elections to the urban local bodies. So this is also very important provision. Next provision of 74th Amendment Act, that it provides for the appointment of finance commission after every 5 years. The governor shall appoint finance commission after every 5 years to review the financial position of urban local bodies. And this finance commission will recommend for new sources of income to the bodies of urban local government. Finances of urban local government, the Act 74th Amendment Act empowers the state governments to decide by law the financial sources of urban local bodies like taxes, fee, grants in aid given by the government to the urban local bodies. Audit and accounts. The 74th Amendment Act provides that the maintenance of accounts and audit of expenditure of urban local bodies will be done according to the state laws. Next provision of 74th Amendment Act 1992 is very important, that it introduced district planning committee at a district level, which is the base foundation of planning for the urban cities. So 74th Amendment Act 1992 provides the appointment of district planning committee, which is the base foundation of planning for urbanization in district, in cities, in towns, you can say. So friends, 74th Amendment Act is a landmark in the history of urban local bodies. It is a revolution which strengthens the urban local bodies. So these are the provisions of 74th Amendment Act 1992. ठीक है फ्रेंड्स, अगर वीडियो अच्छा लगे तो लाइक करियो, मेरा चैनल प्रोफेसर कोमल सिंह यूट्यूब ਤੇ ਸਬਸਕ੍ਰਾਈਬ ਕਰੋ ਤੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਫਰੈਂਡਸ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਸਬਸਕ੍ਰਾਈਬ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਕਹੋ। ਐਂਡ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇੰਸਟਾਗ੍ਰam ਤੇ professor_komal singh ਨੂੰ ਫੋਲੋ ਕਰੋ।